Let me just talk a little. You've mentioned in passing about another technology issue, cameras in the courtroom. It's been presented as educational, and maybe people, after viewing this, may have a different view of it. Obviously, we're the legislative branch. Everything we do here should be and always will be in the open and on television. I'm glad C-SPAN is here and in every hearing just about that we have, with the exception of the intelligence agencies. But when you apply it sometimes to the third branch, you take Trans Am trucking. It's been discussed here at length. It's a pretty boring case when it was a cameraless courtroom that heard it. It was about standards of administrative review, statutory interpretation. But now, in this hearing room, it all of a sudden becomes a battle between the big guy and the little guy. And I think that there is a legitimate concern about opening up our courtrooms to cameras and what that will incentivize. So I hope that you've said that that's something that you will look at, as will everyone on the court. But I hope that, that we pause as we do so. And watching these hearings over the past couple of days, I hope will give us some more pause about cases that don't lend themselves well when you consider what Edmund Burke said about the cold neutrality of an impartial judge being the standard. That sometimes, to me, seems inconsistent with cameras in the courtroom and what that incentivizes. And so with that, Mr. Chairman, and with the thanks of a lot of endurance, like I said, over the past couple of days, and you still have more to come, but I yield back.
I'm surprised you're such a reasonable senator. You'd be against cameras in the courtroom. Senator Blumenthal.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. I want to take issue with my good friend from Arizona and state, as I have before, how strongly I feel that cameras in the courtroom, including in the United States Supreme Court, would be a very good thing. I know the chairman agrees with me, as do other members of the committee, and I believe that the American public would be better informed about the work of the court and about their rights if more of the proceedings in our federal courts were better known to them. I think that the image and the performance of our attorneys, of juries, of judges would not only attract interest but also elevate the performance there. So I hope you'll take that under advisement.
Senator, one thing I've really gotten out of this process that I didn't fully appreciate, I knew the advice consent function worked between Article 1 and Article 2, and I've been asked to comment on that, and I won't, but I've learned a lot, and I appreciate the advice I've gotten, thoughtful advice on a number of issues from senators across the spectrum. You are thoughtful people who care deeply about this country, and you care deeply about the judiciary, and I appreciate that, and the input that I've received from all of you. Thank you.
Well, I very much appreciate that statement, and it leads to my next observation.